Yesterday evening I made a video, and the video title was why I decided to become a self-defense instructor. I'd like to add more to it a little bit. I remember telling you that in that video, for the first 5 years of my law enforcement career, it was very hard to take people into custody. So I'm going to give you some examples. Everybody is familiar with the arm bar. It's a very good, interesting technique among law enforcement. We want to take somebody to the ground and control them. We do the arm bar so that we can take them to the ground, and then from there we can handcuff them. Well, little did I realize that when you try to do an arm bar, but if the person stiffens his arm, then what do you do from there? Well, the question, when that happened to me several times, I had to struggle with these people, and I didn't know what to do from there. So I was fighting with their arms, and he was trying to take his arm away from me. But there is a principle called the principle of distraction. If I knew back then what principle of distraction was, I could have used that. Now later on in future videos that we're going to go through, we will talk about what is the principle of distractions. The other thing is, when I was trying to move people, if I force someone backwards and they get their stance in place, they would fight me with their weight and their strength. And again, I would be trying to move their body, but me and him or them, we were fighting strength with strength. And if they were bigger and stronger, I would have never able to move them. Or if I pulled them, if I decided to pull them my way and they were in their stance, and again, I was fighting with their strength, with their power, and I was not able to do that. So if I knew about the tripod concept, again, I would have able to move these people without really strength and power. But at the time, I did not know what the tripod concept was about. And like I said, these are some of the concepts and principles that I have worked with, that I have discovered, and so these, I learned these after my 5 years of in my career. again, if I was trying to take somebody to the ground, and I was fighting with them and trying to move their body, and they were not complying, I was fighting with their strength. And there is a concept that's called push and pull. Push and pull. If I knew the concept of push and pull, I would have able to take these people to the ground and control them and arrest. So that's another area that I did not know about it. So it was very hard to fight with these people. The one last principle I would like to mention, and there's a lot of principles that we will go through, but all these going to have their own video settings, so you will know what these mean in the future. So the last one I would like to talk about is where the head goes, the body follows. And like again, I was fighting people with their strength and their power, and even though they may be smaller and bigger, I mean, if I knew that principle, if I knew that concept, I could have used it. Instead of fighting strength with strength, it would have gave me a lot of advantage. But however, these are some of the things I did not know the first five years of my career, and that's why I struggle with people and to do what I needed to do. So these are some of the things that you and I going to learn about, and these are the things that I would like to share. What has worked for me out in the street while I was a police officer, and what are some of the things that I didn't work for me, and where I have made mistakes. So with being said, I hope this covers and clarifies a lot of things by saying the first 5 years of my career was challenging for me because I struggle to take these people into custody. I also found out that if the person is not aggressive and fighting with you or hitting with you or kicking with you or try to kick you or try to club you, didn't mean that you had to hit them like what I did in boxing training. So a lot of times I couldn't really hit these people because they weren't fighting with me. They just wanted to get away from me. And so I had to use something else. And that's where I did a lot of my failing too. So, but after 5 years, what I have mentioned, some of it, these, I don't know if you would call principle, concept, or teaching, or lessons that I have learned. And after my 5 years in law enforcement, I learned these stuff, and then I start utilizing them, and then it worked like a charm. I was like, wow, it would have been better if I knew this stuff from the beginning of my career. So it's being said that, thank you for allowing me to talk to you and listen to me and to educate you, and I hope you learned something. Good day.